Okay, I'm working on the beginnings of the AI Tutor right now. Like I mentioned in the last video, the idea is to go from a math question or a coding question to either making a brain rot animation or just a Manim animation. Right now I'm working on the Manim animation part. And right now we're trying to see if we can get ChatGPT to generate the code properly to run these Manim animations. So let me actually show you what we have as an output real quick. So as you can see, it doesn't really look that great. Like here is just like showing the difference between sine and cosine, or what it's meant to be doing. And it gets the basics of the animations down, but obviously some of the visual aspects look a little fried. I don't know why we just have pi on the bottom at all. That feels really random. I'm pretty sure that number is pi. So there's some bugs to fix out, but I mean, this is literally just iteration number 1 that I had Cursor spit out. It's not even referencing my previous version of this project. Alright, I guess we have like a basic version of this working. I think the main thing that I need to do is make sure that I feed it a lot more examples. Okay, so it's Saturday morning. It's what, 9:53 a.m. And my goal for today is kind of simple. I'm really taking it chill because I did a lot of work at my actual 9 to 5 this past week. But I'm going to be trying to figure out what the UI UX flow is for the AI Tutor app. Making sure that works, it's quick enough that it's actually useful for users. And then also I'm going to be making sure that I fix some of the bugs that have persisted in Keep the AI. Like there's this weird thing with sign in, sign out where it kind of kicks the user out, but then doesn't let them sign back in again until they exit the app completely and they cancel it and they force stop it. And then also just fix how it looks in the App Store so it doesn't look so weird. Right now my screenshots don't look too great in the App Store. I mean, right here on the screen, you can see them. It doesn't look too good. So I need to go fix that, make it look a little more professional, make it look more appealing to the user so that they actually end up using the final product.
Right, it is 11:57. I don't know if you can see that. And I think I made some progress on the AI Tutor. It looks a little bit better. We made it so that it's a chat UI, added function calling so that it can actually make sure to make an animation when it needs to make an animation, otherwise not. They're obviously supposed to make it, sometimes not generating valid Manim code, but sometimes not generating an animation when it needs to. And in general, there are like some weird bugs where it doesn't look that great, it's not rendering latex properly, etc. There are a few weird issues, but I think I can hammer those out later. It's a noonish, so I think we're gonna take a break for a while, maybe just drink some coffee and read.
I'm probably not going to work on fixing the Keep the AI like technical bugs today. I think generally the app is fine to use, but I will fix the screenshots later. I'm just really excited about this AI Tutor thing, if not for anything else. Even if I don't ever publish this as like a paid thing, I'll definitely open source it. I think it's fun to make, and I think it's something that I'll probably end up using if I can get the Manim generation to work consistently, right? Because LLMs have this weird problem when it comes to trying to figure out, how to visualize things. I think anytime you ask an LLM some sort of a visual problem, even if they're like augmented by being a VLM, they're not very good at it. And, it's obviously like one of those things that's like, no, I guess obviously these things aren't generally intelligent and they have a problem with it. Because technically, I guess at the end of the day, they are just a next token predictor, even though I think that's a reductive statement. I think there's still some use you can get out of it. I think if I structure the examples we feed into the model in the right way, such that the samples are representative of what you need to make convincing animations, and we just stay within the bounds of like high school and maybe early college math, this should be a tutor that's pretty good. Then obviously we can offload all the calculations by saying, hey, just write a Python script to run the calculations and output the answer, because your tokens or your numerical thinking can't really be trusted. It's 4 p.m., we're back home, and I actually think AI Tutor is in a pretty good spot to stop working on it for the day. The user sends a message to the chat, and then it'll just return a nice little animation. Now, the problem here, oh crap, I can't find my mouse,
Now, the problem here is that, the animation, whatever, it's great. But usually it's like finding it hard. The LLM is finding it hard to figure out when it should return text in conjunction with the animation and when it should just return the animation alone, or if it should ever include an animation itself. So I need to give the prompt some examples to make sure that it's doing that well. And if you're wondering, Sid, how are you writing all of this code so fast? I mean, I'm not writing a ton of it, to be completely honest. That, my friend, is all thanks to my goat, Claude. I don't know if you can see it, but Claude and Cursor, I mean, they've just done a ton of it for me. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to go in and refactor a lot of this eventually. I'm probably going to move, like right now it's React and Vite, not create React app, but I'm probably going to move this over to Next.js. The front end part of it, at least the back end is going to remain as basically just a one file Python thing with an updated prompt that'll then end up deploying on, I don't know, Fly.io, Render, Railway, something, the Docker container as my backend. And then the front end will just be all React, either as a SPA and Vite or just Next.js. So we'll see how all of this goes, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll be back next week with another bang.